Okay. Hi everyone, it's Ballet Post here, and I just got my new point shoes, and they are Bloch, Bloch,
Spelled
and
Bloch.
and one of my friends is also here for the video.
Hello.
Because I didn't invite her in, she's still here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are my new shoes, and I just got them, and I barely broke them in. I haven't worn them yet, and my dog is also in the video. Okay, so I haven't broke them in yet. I just a little bit kind of bent it around a bit, but it's still not broken in. It's really hard to bend it. I'm pretty sure I got a hard shank by accident. It's okay. So this is another breaking in your point shoes video, but I'm gonna actually show you like with visuals what to do since these are new. I can make out like what I'm gonna do. Can you get me scissors? Okay. They're on my bed. So the first thing I do with my shoe is I lay them out on the floor like this. And although it seems very drastic, you gotta step on the upper area, not on the box, but just the area where your toes are to make them more flexible and a little bit more easy to that. And then it makes it a little flatter, so like more realistically, like it sticks to your feet probably a little better, like just a little bit, and then after it's a little bit more flexible than how it really was. And now I'm going to put my shoe down with my foot on it, and I'm going to bend it over a bit. It's just a little bit hard. This is pretty much enough because after your first use it'll on like kind of by itself catch shape. This is just a little bit so that it is a little bit wearable, and this is how much I'm going to do it. If you break them in too much, it can cause it to be quickly worn out, and you really don't want that to happen because these shoes are expensive, and if you wear them out too fast, then you have to get new ones again and again and again. The next thing is I create tread on the bottom and on the platform of my shoe because even at my fitting, I kept slipping. Like, no. Did you notice that I kept slipping?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone knows I kept slipping because the tread was like very little because it's satin. It's literally soft satin. And so I kept falling. There are a couple imprints on the top area which kind of have a little bit add a little friction to the floor, but still I'm gonna add more around my heel. I don't want to keep your hand out of the range of like the sharp item you're using. You can use a knife or you can use there we go. And then I do it on the bottom. My poor shoes. This is so depressing for me. It's so sad when you have to like tear up your shoe just to get it like ready for dance, but I mean, I'm not gonna fall in the middle of class. Okay. They're gone.
Can you press this?
Updating her Snapchat story during one of my videos. How polite. So I'm going to do that to the other shoe too. And this creates a lot of tread, so it's just, you don't slip as easily. But a recommendation is using rosin powder if the floor is not a dance floor. If it's a wooden floor or something like that, you need to use rosin for that. And I also do it on the tips of my shoes so I don't slip as easily. And in a month I cut off the satin tip, like I cut off around it, but I think it's a little too soon to cut it off, and it'll be really hard, and I'll wreck the whole shoe just by trying to rip it off. But when it comes when it gets enough like looseness and stuff, I can cut around here and then seal it with a lighter like around.
She's not showing it, but she's crying on the inside.
Yeah. They're gone, that's it. They were so pretty. They are still pretty, but I mean, there's like lines everywhere.
It's okay to cry.
Oh, God, leave me alone.
It's okay.
I do a lot of tread because after a couple of times, like I just did like this much, and I'm not using this for any performances or anything, so it's not gonna look like this is for my class, so it's not that bad. And I like to do it to the point where I put it at the tip here, and I see a bit curve, like I see the back point out, so I see a bit curviness, and that's good, and I break it in further when I'm wearing them. So that's it for the other things like that. And if you want to do a 3/4 shank, which is another thing that people do, I'm not doing that to my shoe, but if you were to, you would grab the sides, pop it under like this, and you would pop this off with the, this is like the top layer, and this is the actual shank, which is the thick part under here. You would pull them off, and then you would cut the thicker layer down to where you want it to be. And some dancers prefer that, but I really don't like it that much. And sometimes I squeeze a little here too. Oh my god, they're definitely good now. They're okay now. Now they're good. Now they're ready to be danced in. And then after that, can you get my Sharpie? Like the Sharpie? Like the thin ones, thin Sharpies.
Okay.
That's why I invited her here today to do my assistant work. You're going to look at the shoe and see which one looks more like for your right foot and which one looks for your left foot. You easily tell this just by looking at it, because it kind of like, when you look at it, you just kind of know which one is, you know what I mean? Okay, you just kind of know which one is like for which. And then under the sole, I write right and I write left. I put an R and an L. And then this helps me have the most comfortable like experience, because when something looks more like preferred like for your right foot, it means that the shape might be like better for it. So it does help like with in overall dancing, so it's good. Another thing you can do when you first get them, if it's needed, you can pull the drawstring to tighten it up and then tie it. I'm not doing that until my first wear, but if you want to do it, if you want to do it,
I'm a slave.
You just kind of pull it to the extent that it's needed, and you should not tie it until you are sure that that's perfect. Like, you should try doing demi point as well, so you can see how it will feel when you're in general dancing. So that's also very important. Also, do not cut it until you're 100% sure about the sizing. I've seen many people who cut too short, like they tied it in knots and then they cut it really short, and then after a while they wanted to loosen it up a bit, but they couldn't, because then the drawstring would disappear into the shoe, and then you don't really want that to happen. So the good thing is that what you can do is that to the comfortable point, you can cut an inch extra, about an inch extra, or half an inch, or something like that, like a couple, a little bit of room for your, I hate this so much, a little bit of room to be able to untie and tie again as needed for comfort. It'll loosen up in a while. It might be a tiny bit hard to put it on in the beginning. It'll loosen up as you continue with it, so I had the same problem with my last shoes too. But it should be completely comfortable though, so that's something that's really important. Comfort. They look good. They're good. Mm-hmm. And another thing you can do to break in your shoe, I'm only wearing one of them right now, is just go on demi point. It's really hard in the beginning. Go on demi point. Loosen it up. I'm not really going to stand in them yet because they don't look preferably broken in yet. And so also I'm going to see how tight. I want my drawstrings. Oh, it's a knot though. So I'm going to untie the knot, and then I'm going to stand. Oh, shoot. I'm going to stand in them. They're not really, I like really broken in shoes, so it's really hard for me to stand on these kind of shoes. Ratchet. Okay, so then I'm going to go on point and slowly roll down. It's not easily broken in, but so you can try and kind of loosen it up. Okay guys, so those are a couple of my tips. You can follow my Twitter ballet posts, and I'll post whenever I'm posting a video. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.